Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Wednesday, September the 22nd, 2010, and like we do every night, it's time to look at the markets. Check it out. Okay, let's start off looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average for the day. She was down 21 points, almost 22 points as of the close. Not a lot to mention here. You've got the spinning top formation here, which would be confirming the previous candlestick formation known as the shooting star. You'll notice you've got a series of lower highs and lower lows, that kind of thing. But I think it's still too early to say, hey, this is the exact peak. And I'm not a big fan of trying to call the exact peak, as it's not something anybody can do effectively, consistently. So I'm not going to try to do that. My main thing here is she's toppy. You need to be shorting this guy. Any higher she went, just the more you want to short it. It'd just be that much better. We've shown you yesterday. We went over all the charts and we showed you on many of them there were inverted hammers. I'm sorry, shooting stars, and you also had a lot of telltale extreme overbought conditions, such as lots of gaps below you, and the slow stotches above the 80 line, and the RSI in particular was hitting the 70 line on chart after chart after chart. And today those conditions are showing to be worse and worse and worse. So let me show you some situations that are now again improving in favor of bears. Like I said, this does confirm this previous candlestick formation, but I think it's too early to rule them out totally. I think bulls could still push a little bit higher here, but if they don't, hey, that's good for us too. Ultimately, that we are going to go lower and fill this gap here and this gap here as well. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, quick look here at the Hang Seng Index. This is the Hong Kong Hang Seng. Now, we talked yesterday about this candlestick formation being dark cloud cover while you're above the 80 line on the slow stodge. All these signs are very bearish, nothing bullish about that. And today's activity comes in with a shooting star formation, just increasing the sell signals for you there. So everything is in place there. Everything you could possibly want to see for the short is there on the Hang Seng Index. Yes, it makes perfect sense to be there, and you should be rolling over. But again, she doesn't have to immediately when these signs show up, isn't the very next day just sell off every single time. It doesn't work like that. In reality, they kick around a lot, and that's just something you have to expect. In the topping pattern, you get this kind of activity, where you see the little fight for a while, and then they start to break down. Then a little fight for a while to middle Bollinger Band line, then they break down. That's common. That's how it works. Okay, so don't be too eager to just jump on and say, hey, this is the end of all ends. It doesn't have to actually work that way. The ultimate result will be to correct or justify the chart, which is showing a bearish divergence. We're showing an uptrend here and a downtrend here, which means price activity is lying to you. You're going to fall back down below this point, which means price activity will ultimately fall back down here. Okay, so you want to be looking for your short opportunities, but leg into them. Quick look here at the Nasdaq. She was down 14 points for the day, almost 15. You notice the selling right here today on the spinning top formation. And the most important thing to note, an increase of sell volume over yesterday's. So you're getting more and more people interested on the sell side there. The market can still fight here. Never think that you're calling the exact peak here. It doesn't work like that. But the main thing is that you are overextended. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you can see gaps that have to fill on this thing. You do also have one still up here that can happen as well. So keep that in mind. If they fought to the upside, it makes sense to me as it would be filling this gap. But there are no signals to support a bullish move in this market right now. So this index. So you definitely wouldn't want to be doing that. It'd be a highly risk situation which you want to avoid. Quick look here at oil. We've been talking about oil for a while, mentioning that it's showing signs of peaking early compared to the indexes. Other indexes have already moved above the 200-day moving average, but oil has not. And today it went up, hit it, pulled back away from it, and formed that inverted hammer, that shooting star signal you'd like to see at a peak. So you're seeing a lower series of highs at the moment. You're still trailing well below the 200-day moving average. No advance above that. All these signs are showing a lot of weakness in oil, and that was going to be more of a telltale sign of the overall economy, how people really feel about the economy, not what's being told to you on mainstream media, but how they're really betting with their own dollars. And when they're looking at this chart right here, you can see they're not nearly as confident as your averages are, which are trading above the 200-day moving averages. Okay, keep that in mind. One last item to note today, whenever you're doing your market analysis like we did yesterday, we want to double check it against the VIX. If the overall markets are looking bearish, toppy, like a short opportunity or a sell opportunity, you need to double check it against the VIX for the US markets. And the VIX runs the opposite of the overall markets. So if the markets are bearish, your VIX should be bullish, and that's exactly what we have. Like we showed you yesterday, when the slow slide pulls back down here, hits at low point, bounces back above the 20 line, pulls back down, it makes a higher low like this, okay, on this low point showing a uptrend, and then confirms that by breaking back above the 20 line. It's a bullish, very bullish signal. You're getting a very bullish signal right here. At the same time, price activity was oversold as it was trending down. That's known as a bullish divergence. You want to be betting on the buy. You want to be a buyer here and a seller of the U.S. market. So whenever you see this, and we were talking about that yesterday, figured it would happen today where she'd break above the 20 line, and she has now done that. That's what you want to see. Nice candlestick confirmation in doji, and you expect this guy to continue to move to the upside. Okay, everything is the same, just improving more and more in favor of bears. But again, I caution anybody about thinking, hey, this is it, the end all be all, you can go no higher. Don't ever say that. Okay, she can always press a little bit higher, and it's, you know, fool's rally in any event. She's going to break down, but she can always press just a little bit higher. Okay, awesome. A quick look at our disclaimer before we do. If you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on our Facebook page. Got a lot of really good comments out there. Last night, I think it was over 100 different comments on that video we posted, and it's really cool to interact with people and get different viewpoints on the market. Quick look at our disclaimer. The disclaimer, read it and weep. Okay, for those of you guys that want to join us in our live trading course next month, you can register today and get the rest of this month absolutely free. That's pretty cool. I also like to thank everybody for referring your friends, sharing our videos online. Thank you very much for that. You've made this free website successful and allows us to stay free. That's awesome. I love what I do, but I can't do it without your support, so thank you very much. God bless. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.